What's up, YouTube? We're going to do some lazy content. And that's because something I expected in the mail didn't get here. And I haven't really thought about what I want to do. So that's what's up. We're just going to go over what's in my pockets. These videos are oftentimes very well viewed and received. So maybe it'll be something you folks enjoy. I always carry a handkerchief. This one, I forget where this came from. I got this off of somebody on eBay was selling a bunch of stuff in like a big pack, and I was like, oh, I need that. Recycled firefighter. It's got the aluminum inserts now, which is supposedly going to block RFID harvesting type stuff. Does it actually work? I don't know. Maybe. Got the Rebel Throw. This thing is a beast. It is what it is. It's one of the best things I carry on a regular basis. Chemical deterrent. This will save you from getting an aggravated assault charge. In a lot of places, this kind of thing is legally the lowest form of assault you can get charged with. And from there, it's pretty easy to get it down. So that's if somebody lies and cries, right? Because I honestly, I don't think you guys have to look for it to find a fight in this country or in this world. So I'm not going to assume that the person defending themselves is actually the aggressor. Like, that's just crazy. Recycle firefighter cover. It's killer. Why would I not? I will say this knife grows on me more by the day. I keep an eye out on these guys. I think it's one guy, actually. Very good knife company. He does a lot of good stuff. This is just really spot on. So this is 80 CR2V, which is a extremely tough steel that, in my opinion, is pretty easy to take care of as far as carbon steels go. So, in the sheath is so good. This is the Fang by Steel City Cutlery. He acid washed this micarta for me. So, it looks extra neat. The patina on this can get a little gnarly. It's not anything to do with this. It's just me. I try to keep it cleaned up, though, fairly nice. I've been carrying it for a little bit. I would say a few years now. So, carried it every day. This is the venerable and much venerated Duke. I do know that some people kind of turn their nose up at it. That's fine, I guess. I mean, it's weird when I see that because I always, it's like, well, I guarantee you my GEC collection it might be a little bit bigger than yours. Although I can't go toe to toe with any of the old collectors. They just have so much stuff. Never fails. Although I have put a little crack in this. You see that? Here. Because it had like kind of loosened. Hang on. Right there. This is 1070 carbon steel. This is a Fisher Space Pen. Another great addition to your carry. Carrying this instead of the brass one because it kind of matches this. This is from DB Customs. I forget what one this is. I think it's the ELO instead of it's like a Lego top, right? And then you don't want to violate some sort of IP law and get sued. I really like this piece. It's wearing well. You can kind of see where this edge is getting knocked down a little bit, which is fine. Um, these guys already had rounded edges, so they're wearing pretty well. The whole thing is great. This is why I got the raw aluminum, because I knew I was just going to be carrying it, and it really does fit well in your hand. Um, this is one that's why I carry it. This is one that I have no doubt I would be able to throw it on, lock it in, go to work. The only thing you would have to worry about is probably, well, obviously the legalities, but um, just you get more hot. You get more hot water the more that you like maim and disfigure, right? So these things are gonna print on someone's face, so you got to be a little careful. You have to make sure you're in the right. But if you're defending yourself, you're fighting for your life. All that kind of is a side thing. And I'm trying to get better about walking away and about just keeping a lower profile. I think it'll be beneficial to my lifespan overall. Blistex, because I like to have soft lips. Just like your mom. And then we've got I believe Todd Foster made this, but I could be totally wrong. It's from Foster Impacts. I believe it is Scott and Todd Foster. I believe they are father and son. I could be wrong about that. I mean, I don't know. But I don't think I'm wrong. This thing is killer. It is just killer. It is shaped really well. It's wearing really well, by the way. I do keep it well oiled, just because like this is a carry piece. This was only like $60 shipped, so or like it was like might have been 80. Like, dude, nothing. Um, this is something that I have no doubt would, if things got out of hand, I could bring them back with this. Granted, I'd have to be careful. And look, you need to figure out. This much is on you guys. I want you to hear me out. I want you to hear me on this. You need all I can do is present gear and be like this. This is why I like this. I'm not so into this other stuff. This is why this company's ripping everybody off. Stay away from them. These guys are awesome. Go give them your money. And I do that. I got no issue with that. I don't accept free gear. Rarely. I might accept something small as a gift. In the case of Millspin, they gave me some credit for things I'd already done that just happened to be positive. And I bought more of the same thing, right? Because they're awesome. But what you guys are going to have to do for yourselves is look up your state laws, look up your local laws, become familiar with case law if it's applicable, if you're in a very complicated situation, and formulate some sort of methodology where you are escalating force in a way that makes sense. You're trying to aggress, but beyond that, you're also trying to walk away. And that, like I said, I'm working on it. But I do think that is, because I've been thinking about it, and I just it's such an important thing to remember, especially if you've done any martial arts. Because if you betray that, you're such a moron. Because I get that, like, it's easy to get haughty and be arrogant, but that is the opposite of what you're taught in any martial art. So that's something I've been re-examining. When can the whole, like, it's more like a more like, the whole gray man thing, where it's like you don't even want to be looked at. You don't even want to get picked up. I get it. But it's hard kind of to apply that in some ways. But I think that when you need to set up a methodology for how you're gonna deal with threats, and I really do think the first thing should be trying to diffuse. Obviously, anyone would say this. You're trying to diffuse. You're trying to talk your way out of it. You're doing the old speech check if you play video games. And listen, if that fails and somebody starts wailing on you, you're totally justified. And it is what it is. But I do want to, I'm going to try to say that more on the channel. that these things really are, and I've said it before, but it's just good to revisit this because I don't want to be a channel where we're really kind of misrepresenting what these conflicts are. I want to be a channel where we have a very down to earth and worldly understanding of the multitude of things that come to bear that converge when there are conflicts between people and there's nobody there to help them. Law enforcement's never there, by the way. I do have some police that watch the channel. You know, welcome aboard. There are Nazis that watch the channel too. Welcome aboard. Please don't say anything crazy in the comments. Sometimes you guys do, and I have to get rid of it. But I don't like to do that. But I'm just saying, yeah, it is what it is. All right, that's about all she wrote for this one. Thanks for sticking with me to the end. Hope you folks have the rest of your day. Bye now.